Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I'm here to cook some eggs. Yes. So, I just got my grocery shopping done, and I thought I would make a video about it. So, we're in a totally different setting. Welcome to my kitchen. This is my kitchen. You might be thinking, damn dude, if you're gonna make a video in your kitchen, why didn't you at least clean up a little bit? And, the secret is, I did. This is a lot cleaner than it usually is. In any case, yeah, we're gonna cook some eggs. So first off, I'm gonna show you, for you patrons, what your money just bought me, because I don't know. I feel like it's part of the whole thing of my channel is that I'm transparent and I tell you what's up. So. Yep, 18 packs of eggs. Which is a lot of eggs. This is a lot of eggs. So they're 18 packs, so
quick maths, boom.
Yeah, 1.5 dozen a piece. I also got some other stuff. I got some butter. That's 3 pounds of butter.
Boom.
6 pounds of butter.
Boom.
And I had the chance to get some other stuff as well. So there was a really massive sale on pork shoulder. So it was $1 a pound, which comes out to more calories per dollar than eggs even. So I got 19 pounds of pork shoulder.
Boom.
Bone in. Shut up, phone. 19 pounds of bone-in pork shoulder. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop that up, and I'm gonna, oh, you can't really see it. It's beautiful. Big ol' honkin' pork shoulder with big thing of fat on the top. Yes, lots of good fat. So I'm gonna take these guys, and I'm gonna chop them up, and I'm gonna roast them with some barbecue sauce, which I also splurged a little bit on.
Boom.
So this was a total of like $20 for all of this, and with that I could have gotten like 6 more of these, but this is actually more calories than that. So I'm gonna roast it up in the oven until it's kind of blackened on the outside. And then I'm gonna tear it up into little pieces and put more barbecue sauce on it and throw it all into a crock pot and let it like slow cook, really slow. And then I'll take some forks and I'll pull it so it'll be pulled pork. And then what I can do is I can have like 6 eggs and like a clump of that pork, and I can just mix it into the eggs and make like an omelet type thing. And it'll be good for spicing things up and changing it up. But anyway, let me get rid of these because we don't need these right now. few bucks. And I thought, damn, it's gonna be boring just having eggs. So, I got myself a couple of onions and a big bag of shredded Mexican blend cheese. So, we are going to take all this good stuff, get one of these butter slabs out, put the others away so that they don't melt. Don't be stuck, butter. Don't be like that. Alright.
Boom.
Got a butter slab. Put the rest in the fridge. So yeah, this is my food for a month. It comes to a total of minus the butter and minus the cheese. It's a total of about 40,000 calories, which is about, I don't know, it's like 12 or 1,300 calories a day, which is about right for me when I'm completely sedentary and not doing much. Of course, the butter adds quite a bit, which brings us closer up to more like 1,800 calories a day. And if I'm mixing cheese in and stuff like that, then we're looking pretty good for the month. Looking pretty solid. So what I thought I would do is I would, first off, make some tea. So, got my water heater. Let's fill this up. So I'm gonna make some tea because there are some parts of this process that we can just let it sit. Okay, this is filled up, so we'll get it a-boiling. And then, let's see, first thing to do is to grab a bowl. Ooh, I have to move this camera. Yikes. I've got two cameras going. You haven't seen the other one yet, because I haven't started using it yet, but I've got just a handful of coffee beans. Nice coffee beans. And, got this cup here, which is the crusher. It's just a cup with a flat bottom. So I've got a bowl full of coffee beans, and I'm just gonna crush them up. I like doing this instead of grinding. Just a little bit. You get a little bit less of the coffee in your end product. It lets the flavor out, you know? So, you can see we've got some nice sort of crushed up coffee there. I'm just going to take that, and I've got this little teapot that I use, and I just washed it so it's got some water in the bottom. Alright, and it comes with this little strainer thing. I got it for like 10 bucks on Amazon, and I use it basically every day. So I'll put about half of that coffee that I just crushed up in here, and then the other half will go into this big pot for my next cold brew, which I will do later. Anyway, we got that. That's good. And then to that, I'm gonna add some cinnamon. Just pour that shit in there. Fuck yeah, lots of cinnamon. It's delicious. And I'm gonna add some, this is some ginger powder. Some spiciness in there. And then, where did those cloves go? I have a little baggie of cloves somewhere. Ah, here it is. Got some cloves here. So, they're just whole cloves. So I'm going to take a couple of them. Just 4 or 5. Well, I've got like 3 in there. So, I guess it's 7 now. Whatever, doesn't really matter. I'm going to do the same treatment to these guys. Just crush them up a little bit. Let some of that flavor out. Woo, that smells good. Have a whiff of that. Yeah, you can't smell that. You're on the other side of the internet. Anyway, just pop those in there, and that's ready to go for now. So, let's grab ourselves a cutting board, because I've got, if I can find it, I don't know where it went. I've got some garlic here. So I'm going to take some garlic, grab a clove, peel it, peel any of the dry stuff off the edge, off the outside. Reveal the fresh garlic inside. Ooh, yeah, that smells good. There's actually quite a bit of dried stuff on the outside of this one, so we're not going to be left with too much garlic here.
Boom.
Just a little piece, and that is totally a-okay with me. Just fine by me. So let's cut off the end, because we don't need that. Let's slice this guy. Come back here. Get back here. You'll notice during this video that my knife skills are, not Gordon Ramsay level. But who cares? Who's are?
Fucking donkey!
So I don't even care about chopping these evenly. I just want some fairly little pieces of garlic, because I'm gonna saute them in the butter before we get cracking on the eggs. Nice little pieces of garlic.
Perfect.
Sweet. And then I want to get some onion in here as well. Let's grab one of these onions, grab the smaller one of the two. Let's peel it. Peel it, chop the top. Nice. And grab ourselves a chunk of onion. I'm going to take that chunk of onion, I'm going to slice it halfway, down the middle, and then dice it. And I want it to be kind of uneven, because I want some parts of it to cook up really well in the butter, and I want some parts of it to not cook up at all in the butter, and still retain some of that fresh onion flavor. Ooh, the tears are coming. Woo! The eyes are burning. Woo! Woo-wee! Yeah, buddy. Okay. And that being done, we can do some stuff with some butter here. Oh, baby. Oh, buddy, oh boy. Grab a nice chunk of butter. I'm gonna toss that in the pan. And my eyes are burning. They're burning. Got some onion, got some garlic, got our butter a-melting. We're good to go. So, water is boiled. Gonna take that water, pour it in the thing. Just pour it over that coffee and cinnamon and cloves, and oh, it smells so good. It smells all cinnamony and delicious. What I like to do is I like to leave a little room in there, leave a little bit of space, so that once I've added the tea, we can change things. And I've got the tea ready right here. It's that cheap gunpowder green tea. Just pop it right over this way. That works. Now this butter is getting there. On the melting. Ooh, sorry. On the melting front. We're gonna let it brown up a little bit. And I can reduce the heat slightly. Once it's completely melted, I can throw in the garlic, and then it'll go for a little bit, and then I'll throw in the onion. Put this butter away. Grab ourselves a mixing bowl that's way too big for this purpose, but whatever. And let's go. We're gonna do 6 eggs. Bam. Bam. love this countertop just because it's got the rounded bullnose corners, and they're just perfect for cracking eggs. Alright, that butter's all melted and it's starting to smell aromatic just a little bit. I'm going to take the garlic, and just the garlic, not the onions yet. I'm going to just toss that garlic right in there. Swirl the butter around. Really let that garlic infuse into the butter. Got our 6 eggs. I'm actually going to go for 8 eggs, because I don't have anything to mix into it right now. I am hungry. Ah, hell, if we're going to do 8, we might as well round it out and do an even 9, right? Or an odd 9. You know what I mean. It's a multiple of 3, and therefore fits better into the 18 that we've got. Alright, perfect. So I'm going to let this go until the garlic is just starting to brown and smell really good. Which is right about now, actually. So we can put these to the side, and you might notice that I've got a thermometer here. Got an instant read thermometer, and that is for tea making. That is for tea brewing. I like to make sure that I brew my tea at the right temperature, which is about 175 degrees Fahrenheit for green tea, and we're still sitting at 187 degrees Fahrenheit for that, which is fine for coffee and cinnamon and stuff like that, but will cause tea to be a bit too bitter. So I'll swirl this around a little bit. Those are getting nice and browned up. The garlic, I mean. Let me make sure these onions get separated. They're not all stuck together. Okay. I think I just lost a piece of onion. Doesn't really matter. Done with that cutting board for now. Get all this onion stuff nicely coated with butter so that it starts to cook up a little bit. Delightful. And then I'm just going to grab a fork, stab all the eggs, and whiskey. Oh, I just lost some egg. No, my calories. Get them real homogeneous. Nice and easy. Okay. And again, we will let those go until they are just browning up. Grab this this dirty sponge. Got a dirty sponge for fucking cleaning up shit, and then I've got a clean sponge for dishes. Now that these are going, I'm actually gonna take some just crushed red pepper and sprinkle a little bit of that into the mix here for a little bit of additional spice, you know? Just a little spice. Gotta have a little bit of spice. Ooh, that smells good. Now we'll start with the spatula. I use silicone spatulas. A lot of people for scrambled eggs, they like wooden spoons. I hate wooden spoons for cooking. I just hate them. I never feel like I can get them clean, you know? I always feel like they suck up the juices of whatever I'm cooking. Keep these all whisked. Check our temp. 177, that is just right. So I'm gonna grab some of this green tea and just pour it in there. And just eyeball about a tablespoon. About a tablespoon of green tea. Mix it in. Stir it up. The only problem with putting cinnamon and stuff in the same strainer is that sometimes the cinnamon clogs the strainer, so I like to stir it up so that I make sure that all the tea is exposed to the hot water. Alright, these are getting nice and sizzly. Seeing a little bit of browning on the outside. Now you remember how I left a little bit of extra room in here? Well, because I just put the tea in there, it's cooled down a couple of degrees. So what I like to do is pour in just a couple ounces more hot water, because it's still almost boiling in there. Yeah, this is starting to really brown up, which is perfect. So, stir this, and let's go. So now as soon as I get all this stuff in here, I want to start stirring. Soon, because I don't want any browning on my scrambled eggs. I just want to mix it all up. I want to get the butter mixed in and incorporated with the eggs. I want to get all of the flavored stuff, all the flavor of the garlic and the red pepper and the onions, all mixed in with the eggs. Keep anything scraped off the side. And from this point, basically I can't move away from the eggs. We are just going to be focused on these until they are done. Keep moving them around. Can give it a few seconds to stiffen up at the bottom. But basically we just want to keep swiping as much of the surface area at the bottom of the pan as possible. Keep our eggs moving around. We can see them, they're starting to really stiffen up. It's perfect. Perfect, I say, perfect. Stir them, break up any larger curd. Swipe the sides. Delightful. Lovely. So this would be what's called a soft scramble, except that this is a soft scramble that will have some mix-ins. It's already got some mix-ins with the onions and garlic. And then I'm going to mix in some cheese as well. And we're starting to really, really stiffen up now. So I'm going to take a quick break to go here. Open up this cheese. I should have really done this beforehand. And then before it starts to set too much, I'm going to stir. Good. I'm just going to take a nice fucking handful of this cheese. Just a big ol' handful. Hell, let's get a little bit more. A little half a handful. Put that there. Pour in a little bit more hot water. Here. Bam. And stir. Yeah, this spatula is tough to use for this. Get that cheese spread all throughout. And let's see. Yep, still a little bit wet. So I want it just a little bit drier than that. I don't like my eggs to be runny. Just personal preference. You know, they're totally edible at this point. I mean, you can eat eggs raw if you want to. Very little harm in it. depending on your source, of course. That looks good. Gonna kill the heat. Oop. Oop. Okay. Gonna kill the heat. Grab a big old plate. Turn out the eggs. Good. Alright, and while those cool off, well, first, ta-da, ta-da. While those cool off, let me grab my pitcher, my jug. And this is about good to go. So, I just lift this out, and then I strain it a few times. We lose a few drops out the top, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. Get as much of that tea out of here as possible. And then I use a coffee filter thing to strain out any residual little bits. It doesn't work perfectly, but it's a lot better than drinking sludge. You can see that there is still sludge at the bottom of my jar thing in a lot of my videos. But you know what? That's okay. It's mostly cinnamon and little bits of coffee. So that is too hot to drink. These are probably too hot to eat, but not too bad. I'm just gonna wash this fork that I used earlier. Dry it off. Mmm. 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 Mm-hmm. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, that's so good. Mmm. It's garlicky, it's oniony, it's got a little bit of that spice from the pepper. Mm. 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 If you're a patron, you gave this to me. Mmm. And believe me when I say, I am beyond grateful. If you're not a patron, it's cool. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for watching me cook eggs for however long I've been cooking eggs. I don't even know. And you know, putting up with the stupid shit that I do. See you in the comments section. If you're a patron, I'll see you on Discord. Now I gotta go upload the next episode of Ava. For you. I'm gonna finish these eggs while I'm doing that. So good. Oh, it's just delicious. Seriously, it means the world to me that I'm able to keep doing what I'm doing this month. I'm already in the last couple of days, since you guys made your payments for November. Already, there are like 4 more patrons. It's pretty clear to me that like we've hit the point where this is sustainable and where the growth is continuing exponentially. So my job is just to continue doing what I'm doing. You know, making these reactions, making these stupid memes that are my art, making whatever kinds of analysis videos I feel like it, and I'm just amazed and stunned and shocked and eternally grateful that you guys are supporting me and letting me do this. Because this is really what I love doing. I cannot imagine doing anything else. I cannot imagine going back to any part of my old life, any part of my old work. I cannot imagine it. It would just kill me. Because this is the right path. So thank you for making it possible. Seriously, thank you so much. And I'm enjoying these eggs. I hope you've enjoyed watching me make them. And as always, I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.